Here's the start of a cooler test between a Coleman Marine 70 quart and the Cabelas 60 quart. And the Cabelas is kind of a similar one to the Yeti coolers. We're built a lot heavier, a lot better, a lot bigger. As you can tell, it's physically bigger in size than the actual bigger cooler, the Coleman. The Coleman advertises 5 days ice retention. The Cabelas one advertises 7 to 8 days. So to start it off, I dumped in a 5-gallon bucket full of ice from the ice machine. It's roughly 25 pounds of ice from the same ice machine in each cooler, and we're going to see how long they last. I'm going to try to keep them in direct sun as much as possible in the worst condition. The highs are around 90 degrees all week, and we'll see how they do against each other. I'll open them 3 times a day, kind of stir the ice around and see what they do, and we'll check in every day, once a day, until the ice is all the way melted into water. So I loaded up the coolers with a 5-gallon bucket of ice about 24 hours ago. So this is what, end of day 1, beginning of day 2. Let's see how they're doing. The Coleman, still about 2/3, 70% or so ice, a little bit of water at the bottom. And here's the Cabelas 60 quart. Probably 80–90% ice. Not quite as much water at the bottom as the Coleman. Okay, here we are at the end of day 2. So it's 48 hours since I added ice. Let's check on the Coleman. It's mostly an ice slurry, probably 30% ice, 40% ice. Check on the Cabelas cooler. It's also an ice slurry, but it's still probably at least half ice, maybe 55% or so. So it is holding ice a bit better than the Coleman. Check again tomorrow. We're here at the end of 72 hours, so 3 days, and we'll check on progress. The ice in the Coleman is just about melted. There is easily 10% or less ice. Probably 5%. It's almost done. I suspect by morning it will be all water. Check on the Cabelas. Still a decent bit of ice, probably 30% I'd say. But still a lot of water. Alright, we'll check again tomorrow. Here we are, the morning of day 4, and as I suspected, 84 hours in, the ice in the Coleman is all melted. The water's still really cold, but the ice is all melted. In the Cabelas, there's still some ice hanging around, but it's mostly melted in there. You know, it's probably 20% ice left. We'll keep this one going and see how long it lasts. Here we are, just finished day number 4, so we're 96 hours in. And as you saw, the Coleman tapped out this morning around hour 84. Checking on this one. As you can see, there's just a few slivers of ice left. I'd be surprised, water's still super cold, but I'd be surprised if by morning, if there's anything left. So we'll check in the morning and see. It's the morning of day 5, so we are halfway through day 5. So it's 108 hours into the test, and it looks like the Cabelas cooler is all tapped out. No more ice in there at all. Water's still really cold, but the ice is all gone. So, to recap, Cabelas versus the Coleman Xtreme. Starting with a 5-gallon bucket of ice in each one, both from the same ice machine to help it all be the same size ice. Your 70 quart Coleman Marine and your 60 quart Cabelas cooler. The Cabelas cooler lasted about exactly 24 more hours than the Coleman did. So if ice retention is important to you, then the Cabelas one is the way to go. And the Cabelas is a lot more durable than it, but it also costs a good bit more. So everyone can decide what it's worth to them. Later I'll be having a similar competition between the Coleman, the Cabelas, and I'll put a similar size Yeti in. So stay tuned, that one will be coming in a few days.